ngungit to tamal masawla Mrs. Rehin Sobrisa sa lungual wayal para mo umakrarigid el alba lulubong ra arakarigid mal masawla sa lunguel. Bless us for tel kota last press conference ra rigid el araka 2023 mang mal odar sa susrigi del mora ang ay betul maraklay marubol belaw susrigi del mora abilong maibiraklay marmasilo belaw dirikal mal tokobet sa susrigi da mora president traveling outside malat kangi until his return back home mora rokuy al cabinet members ng ngater al total dirikal mora presidenta Senate Senator Baules, marokol senators, Speaker House of Delegates, Speaker Anastasio, marokol delegates, direkal susregi del mora Chief Justice ng Galaw, marokol atala judiciary, marokol other belaw mo sabiil loring sertial press conference o mes ringiri el alsils. Direkal mal tokobet sa lungil total mo kami members ra media, Mrs. Raklay, Mr. Sualatao, Mr. Luto, Mr. Kosole. Kura padila tarage tiya maulobong la press conference kita el ara. Suakal maomo luwe sa announcement ra wasya presidenta ultobdia presidential proclamation number 23-359 sa December 19th 2022 alolterko kara January 5 2024 mo National Day of Prayer mora Republic of Palau podongel mo sa del January 5 blal tatkia president talogi wala almo day of prayer for us letegi di National Day of Prayer maski dati almo sabi el mot makaroku ya bekal faith orda nga sembre nga sulil arubakal Dios ra malamol mal blessings ringi guidance ma forgiveness and protection or kita other below. Tinakal marungo kalwase ngayon tiyang acting director Gabriel Paul Sobe pay kora ti makotal mora ay kera mangir leng larnya members sa media mle reach out al request the information al girel sil al case ra pending el ang investigation mga nga malamol mangi al girel engel adalabil tikarngil ra seng ewala o ewala ma paik dik ngate alel almun masangkay kitali here.
Malungil el tuta kami members sa media kis kami celebrate como na information active kami mo masang mo da sir ning will abay kakabe ngai ka mata mun ngai rule question kami waso mun loge ra bodo di make start di mutu ka di miskem na di brief for tell sera December 21 at era 2023 na ngai 11:45 AM ya blabu atap blabu sa ministry brating wa adabela wa negol el que la se sabna chela kali oreo para ewal batak blabu sa ako na substation link me tamne uspandal bulis mo so happen albo ngal reporter adik ngani el do ulo sa tiangaw par bulis samul mo tegan mulun mo sa rangaw albong ito mo find out mo kasi parang nangyagaw mapati na patingin na adal nga rin along o doon na ngal lahat nga yawal ko possible witness ni identify teul la fascina ilun kan ramlay emlo sabihin ko update ramlay mo providing marburis padi update transport rin mera Pelaw National Hospital ya tokta ka identify ko sa mail other details rin ko sa national gate asigi dati podro atapsi bakos of data as of right now Vice President mapadang nilim ni sana MOU rato nila din mataywa ang likod naman na pathologist Mr. October obis sa total maraming may press conference alira na bumlingan mura team vice trial request expedite na pathologist nga taywa kalmi investigation ang na reveal na 4 persons of interest one deal material saan names sa akimolap agirabom ni identity kasi kita man memory na investigation na at the first di na kasama man identity party ni lagi na identity party by agim mo kasi takira kirgir ilalta ngir na di lang neutral il motor de belaw di so happen agim sabab mga dadu ay chima other immigration ngari nga red flag alert at di ngir di sa altral attempt to todo ito may ko na si ID mo tumlaw so plan nga arrest di ka persons of interest ay di mlat in May investigation na di going on try to get something hard something strong direct link to the other mortal crime is of now kasi yes administration at the circumstantial hindi ka trial more kam sisi tactical adlin so na conviction yagi mo rin kasi te-carrier hindi ko sisilta pag imori niya hindi kung mo rin nga hindi ka ilalagi hindi yung naringgili ada signal tilo po naratyal sa hindi ka concern na investigators magiging na ito ng mga investigation naging kayo sa mga borderi nato ko rata hindi al sabihin hindi truth tell media tigil lo rin sa other bela lo please sila ka pong involved tell crime lebom involved sa mga bulisa sabihin mo tutakaroon kung aiding and abetting ra fugitive palubok ng other team malakwan di kita kasi mo update ngir kami ya si Silta we're working with ang ating FBI lasa ng RBLR ilang mo so we're working with the FBI now tadi dia lagi masih crucial bilal il kabang po na so kita na crime ni happen alsel ning so now when ya kadong kay del FBI procedure pinadalo ni Elin ng ok ng laptop within the 2 days atong kita atong wa pero gibukan mo wala pa mo possible crime scene sige din na il planning tiray lahat at hindi ka nga bla pulis sila dahil mo ito ni may illegal document may nga kamo process na asil nay masit crime scene hindi kaya ako sa update rin kami may question sa kami so may kuraya kaya ibulong ko pagka
Well, over question sa committee ko, why sa mga setrawat al-minister sa ngarting bay kura end of the year magtingol mo siya dong mas kami mo klote milo geragel. With us this morning ngarting ang kagidali the Honorable Charles Obiang, Minister MPII, direkal ngarting Honorable Kafar Orbalao, Minister MHHS, direkal ngarting Honorable Dr. Dale Jenkins, Minister Education, direkal ngarting Honorable Gustav Aitaron, Ministry of State, direkal ngarting Chief of Staff Landisang Cotaro, Office of the President, akura ding ulmor seki de bay kurang wala ngul mas kamil ama langari nga agere to keral direkal administration.
Malungil tutawe, Vice Presidente, belated Merry Christmas and Morgumiro Kuima. Sa nakal maral may, mamasaw la Acting Director Kau acting alo ka na mo permanent
Yeah,
director.
acting.
Hindi ka acting. Okay. Umisa ka ako ada problem bangela minister ka farm kum la ada imol bulum. Oo. Ako te halik pas ka ikagidil kere ko ngal adang taangklen telargil ingar belaul investor employee manngel was ngaring ya ngaral belura sinal barangin may ikadiri kan matagil was yung ngangatilo belara November 19 arrive ra December 21 ngari other belaul dilak semlo ice
Palungin kere akta di sipera di mo provide ni akel ngala. Ang atasi ini ako mas tola ba ini full info nga malin no re mira press conference wakpak no ngaktel dik pa ni pasin kire ga ngabi mal friend tigali island chips tigali ada auto
tawa may say
ya sige lagi started the investigation ang dimna report na missing person el mo na basta tumra tigali members ra island chips ako kasi capture kaida capture and so makin ada pingli PENGLI gaya pela gaya bigta ya wai tilung aja rogo ya koso feda pa wila titiya di mo bisa tapsit kita mo kusto
ini ako dia semblam mo telarak ngar belam
se seguida tiga que rogo information naman se de se mutul mo update ra wa se por obis na information mo
okay
Happy belated Merry Christmas. Matial maral mil besira kal merka vice ministers. Reklamar beklar. Acting director ang trigger persons of interest ang ngara nationality certir.
tadi Chinese
The Chinese. So Tirget temle turis telme ya tempat kata dalam aktual ngara ta resident tablur bela ngara ko status certir.
seguida information tadi di regada da si ID aku madingilak ta yulgura information noktir ma kalkin temro ngakami mak pisek mokritur na yulgura kami
Okay. So daw sa kamle enser ngin dia kanting ngel kamle touch ri ngai kita adal meldul ngengar bel ngengar urere ngar ngurur bela ngar urere ngar bela alu
tidak bakti ke bahagia
Okay.
mai akti tek taya ni mo ritur ni
Okay. Okay. So, tiagi tadi al question le gorgau ma vaya Minister of Justice Vice Presidente. So, como le menciono que el atra sinal tamle abductor ngi la samhat la na modi usir belo. And then prior to that tendría que ngani ardi rasina el ngang amnol mo missing. Eta end abal tigrengel boy rasina lul bangel ngara Thailand banguk mlani aku ka toera la mlorengi. Social do dokter kai gide ko etial dir latest dia inclusum tugudul el mladu ablur bela musel do dokter kai gide del mal el allegedly intergali la China sisbra al sel en que tokoram lang mas ratra adau the level of crime wal korar adara ngara outside so isir bela ko hutmok lam makata mo matak teleng kadwa say sebenarnya dengar adra China malu tak ada ngot albalu mu len mereka adra belau meng kita ngari ay gil three readily comes to mind. It just recent last 2 years or 3 years it happened. So I mean kadi sa kalukadi mo those people say what does that tell us? Is it tial sinal merbelaw ay kang tola ba bad elements el meso is bablur belaw dui namo gila dru ko atil up our game rarore lakar blur belaw leng kadam lak sel bolway segi don kadi so aldi mo segi lo gela kami ang wow sulang
malungi la sel Kerala Blam Racer ngi Aktiyo tema wasay hindi ka tasal alam mo owing way saying ang sel mo kurang nga taktra al sila mo di sel do ko tal sel ba kanya ti ka boys rabalur belaw mang ang tadir bulisa ola babos ya alla rabalur belaw ati kal se edrola babos Diesel domes al trending maral lo tuti segi del wal tora transnational crime knows no borders gidet yal duma tora waya da klagara tora human trafficking ay gidegel el gira dal mo omese eso al wase we're prepared that tial MOU ma agreement lo bengela balura Taiwan ablek sa ini nga minister of justice sa Taiwan mangarnya support el sabe del malay mangakmlam mo ambassador Jessica Lee mo sabe el mo o malanga se ortir lontira forensic pathologist men se el mel mutal mo mesra tiagi dial take the part investigationers take the incident that has happened. Sel open border se edangara tomagi tel tourism au uling se edal expectabek patingirar adal me eso isbra balwath mang dida poda korakau klat kanya se boda klakar edablo report ding ngurate kal se edal wasay adrasina involved rin yung tamot kita adrasina ling. That's just unacceptable generalization sa ling. Tira kita adrasina dire kal malong sorgi dra kuk tourism market tergit we see an increase ra number tirindi. Sige di alwaya kura the mesa nga wasay maral crime ay kaya transnational crime ay gina dal mom sisi already dal ngi leng maral ngari way kaya di types of gruesome, like you said, kurawal mal tukod al taleta el ra ablakrat al crime el desang al sila balwater el al time. Kurati sige sa mo.
Dia ka parang president tamnat muro ko. Kaya mo expected. During 24 years nga investigation, rapla police, yes, and kredi crime will happen at the kikida other way law. Hindi ilan na start mala influx pekel foreigners met mo ngi mo expect tawa ye mo. Yes, mo sin lolorin ka ruwak ngi dire mutos misi itel security. Yak pa yung rasulila presidente mis ka trust ni makatel dual lang ya situ ita pia bulisan mo sel murga disiplina ni murga o kiule la chain of command ra ayan
malungil tutawe Vice President follow up paigel me question ra ngali kambes mela three things one ikagid el batol ikagid el talamal na matmoqablur belaw waisel again ng isel na missing incident ng garadira asina manggel adal kwadim lekul motivus buinolo sitam legit na paringin di kwadim ning ilasra bilasra o mga motivus melatay the recent incident kita dia ka diplomatic relations kita marabulurasina maigel batol incident ra before ako to era online gambling ma gaming kadam le mega decision di return tigal adan morabalurir ndakal madel ma question lang asa ok mo ramang tirgagi dal adam mudem kado mo rekadar tirablur belaul cheler tiralu ngara el process abo do speringi mo do durablu asinal kidel understand the legal was ngani awro lo belaul lo bangela interpol that may be another option el sabela belaul mo do durasina without the diplomatic relations leng again tarado getting yawase malsukum lega tiang ado trend del domestringi wase sabira adra ikel baby rabulul metiang marula wai kai del talamal ngaringi awe rigi de identify el turbela lo asektir kanga ngaringi criminal background tir ang ngararole le kada insurer say dire kan no mention ringi ang kagi dele kwando tibertat ringi kambes at Clora investment tara blur bela dire ka arasina ay gal kagi de way tagi del kodal for example dire ka rule treat gal investors al momadak mo question lo say yang safe place to invest in ma question ase ngara sabihin magatmok malubang ngara sa mirulil assure investors say abela wa safe place nda kadil safe place sa other bela ke bela madira ka safe place sa other takdil ara sina ma adangot ulbul tira investable bela ay gal trend el SWC this trend ay kikita ko ra question ng ngara auto sweeter at elang I hope pensa mi dire kal ko ra assure it of something.
Okay. Mal masawag kagid the concerns that you've been raised. Yes, Interpol ang kagid Minister of State mal masawag tergid mura sa gid meeting magidam la mo member Interpol mo giu sa gid diri kal sabi dalo ngitang sew. Akmal mal mrenga sule merte agel comment tragaleng maybe it's time or other always magkita mo mesa bisa. So, ay ngire dal apla bisal misoy suman si edologel mo nga criminal history ka on telaw dude mga raurede kami magararbelaw. Right now I get the round trip ticket si edel murder and I think you get a 30-day visa upon arrival or sabi emal misoy mesegi dial atara ngiluul gire dal kor o mesringin wasi is a policy decision kaliblabol gire dal require a visal entry in mera Mirabelur Belaw. As for Tegidil, Cloable Kula, the safe destination, Mangmaral Girela investors shall feel secure. Ay gagidali el Murula business tira Belur Belaw tila gidi amral gire dal mo mesringi alwase ngla gire dal ruliti all'urere la investigation ma a crime al mo masisi prosecutor tirigel marula talamal mung korali in al morsel question alwasi at this time and that's the answer tira question alwasi what are we gonna do with them also mang they're prosecuted and found to be guilty tirigel suspect or tial crime that would be something the attorney general involving in say the prosecution ultimately the sentencing at bolot of the court also convicted ebo the decide ringi but you're right agel online gambling cases and some cases involving niya are adrasina to korawati the bleta di porter tir wasedim top the blur bela la kamru tal mail and I would say wasing that's probably a ngil decision that was made the space reader abli la kalbus our resources are limited al mo sabi dal house tiragid al kalbus al cases online gambling. So, kamsulang for bringing up. That's something that we need to think of the coming new year. Say that mula say makarangabol sabi dal assure investors our tourists that was say we are a safe destination. Did you want to comment?
Tigal di bo on tigal FPL nga tigal sel malit per arbulis there silwasi na tanga nga counterpart tinga sil civil mala information ra awangil til ngira sa radial lemo limna nga pa biyen mi kasi nga kalbuso la admo agim na mga til FBI mtup na sen na information mo kasi kadim verify kasi maral kalbuso hindi ka adang makakayida til FBI nga tanga di malit para
Tirigel FBI, como mention FBI, I'm assuming na si taga embedded la police. Total FBI ang arbela o yung aramal roller tir. Total lo bang si ID, alo bang niya ko additional.
Actually, tiga nga tiang diakal bil tun mo investigate tin mo kwa advisor ko mami kora o mismo so nga nit sa mga equipment. Wa yigid gulo kasi iliak nito pa ma ngel dil dong ok lang laptop ni lori din mala ya kung masada igal equipment ra kimula process sa crime scene ma even na camera ramam dimle tong ok lesen ni kasi kadamira ka 2 days may revelo ay gigidar ko alpi di ba rin ya kal pilo tra to station tedi mi ko na advice o me say ko na to batak tetila ko yore abay sa kasi ng abay sa milo gutiakit ilko mo ni information.
Malila sa question ng kaligor kami, director, acting director. Ang malungil te alaga acting director, sisil time kada si ID mo, el time mara malngara right place. The question nga kasi given was nga niya FBI lubang kami. Ngaring ako raw la assess ra level la ikaki dele CID ra wa kada investigation ka tal masada se kom la equipment la within 2 days ngaring ako ra aurion lam katmok la sangara ko muspe therefore kom prepare ahead of such incident talo nga equipment ka minding la wear out kami
equipment ngari di ulagi bal may askahin perti equipment ngari ding na bodiak egebel elat nga kasel kasi nga pela ablong tat ari member ka el chairman na crime scene Pacific Crime Scene Association nga ka chairman ni lima relak drew say chairmanship nga mosbela kuma tongura federal Australian Federal Police tukara wa fingerprint ma at el camera ma evidence pack el plastic ma paper ba kay gigi ako essentially enamo dia ka maulay gigi tak ni askara by igal lawa ay kay do la wa Q-tips ma ay gigi da kuktola el process sa crime scene kolekta sample wala possible blood stain for DNA testing ma
Aringi our regular budget ta kami every year cover. It seems to me la seka kora basic operational tools.
Ay malyak ka kukto ko budget nyak ngate evening most equipment ma provided by other especially of Australian Federal Police.
I'm sorry.
Camera ka ma'am din na irid man maring aran provided by the AFP.
Yeah.
Aledi kulingite kum away kalgril le ko militero la minister makay direktore akote gang malmi kasakla gang mil elev dang mir rus ma kwestiona se sel momes ra tial teletar mlun galat gang mlad eto oitir selvasio esosbi le nga kamnamor selvasio se empal di trap of dalas la 20 feet edi dulula edi katayar senti ngaria ko di dulula ikel karkal mleliwek segi da tarakri ungerunga ungede asen kumi omdeng lesel ngaria kapasitir gi del sukum tirgang amudem momgalbus en sep edel momgalbus tinga secure the facility raw legalbus tigala ulak malgo direktor de ko desa remember incident tra edilu le atratrakset pandemi en ilis o es el time de os namo pulis malubes o masigi da agri wasin ngaria kapasitir gi des edel maintenir ya taragera wasya o isigi del incidental dilubul maklo tia nga 74 years old ede ak remember ra incident watya akum da klase edel mal highly cross crime mladur belara foreigners mang tigida kusto seldo awa segi del toy india ka immediate regulation mal mechanism ngar sibas girel to the announcement lo asar bolu lo se tigida mladu bertegi del basio ngarer ke ngal adar murta selablu sumari information buesal butigem report tian dia ako ko omes rablu otherwise immediate india kal berot ako mes tial kesen ngoy kal be biragesen kora berot wai tinggal adal ili salo betam lekit na pri sa ngadel buil bring la dosika information ya vice president tambal madangai iblo lo kering mal mering wal ko secret toy mako se tian dia by the politically Lul announce ngi ngora mamarada news amal ko adim no sambo raw lo secret yale mal serious ay akbadanga baby rablu ablu at they announce it right away. Oh, hindi tamo ulms ilm redami. Aulubong ligere vice president amal egorgaw. Tial ngal adra ngabardal mereda tikang iwairam rigel ngawrul magra. Tian dia kal salm lamo leseldo mesa ngelbu ilisa 2 o'clock afternoon ng misra pitar obisra president ma amlama dal at manggagidal buil ko kumladar elisa ay kal tukura dang renga mega namudekal tiyak da malamol meringil kami lola ngara ko malamol men ere tiam ngoisay ako sa ibro dong lelo omulon maram reder la point ng kalat ere ngoisay kum tawam la amortiang tiang dia kan samal matar sur ang idil tukura uror malawul da suyo
Alwak mo ko
kamong iraigil technical kung
sele first question ka ubaga adi mo insel niya pathologist el relatapsi engo ay siyo kasi ngang mlap ito susabi malumum ni adi ito susabi asi ya bo o determine sel actual cause of death ngal victim
sir optigri talamal mlap dingil dulur rogil
yan hindi kasi mesa tanpa dapat ngel maulo kasi al ngania sugumwam ni amle rus amle mirus ya tokta ngami mo mesa gi de mo ay sagi de
mengkadi dalgel ke sir optigri di dulur rogil
ngania ba besi di part ni lo ilma mapital di vital madala di ngania mang alimo insesya sil de mo atapsi atto a patachista bo itsere ka ro question sa ko softe ka asa ka mention sele kasi ulum to we made an arrest at guide foreigners el moratel plia ka kalbus yes ang mal ur qawda wa plia kalbus ya time man na mabut man na morak wa kin gobna sa se umre mo brektel bo yes ang ka bu mo se bo sol ba bibi ga gi diso hindi pero del tial crime el team military de tial other tial pelaw de tial katsuna safety ma situ itu kasi sel sum des na tamo arrested et mora pa sure al sela chele legal gedra gini pelaw malumare access tin mo o tigalat legal kansun ra ya di kansun ra ya di kansun na safety le tiga di legal es el ligar publica
Ti sakal di mul do ko rati ka klat ka luase so the innocent until proven guilty maldir ka roy the process no arrest have been made among pero la hal la to ko speculate rak mulwasing mo ang rang result tra court proceedings at this time still immediate while announcement after discovery rabadi kura mloringa avda sula se ere kura merembol ngania talgibal more information dik maral lo agree with you was yung ligida dal mared al moria immediate al kura wayal announcement al more adrabaluso ang le gidel makatmokal segi and hindi ra kamlani ako additional information mles wala CID ma acting director mo makatmokraw era the wise so mal masortel ti alam lo sa edal ngartial press conference mga kagidam la disclose ay information al sabel disclose al gidel investigation or te gidel incident tara sa December 21 okay milkat mo as to the issue director labit ang kagida acting director mal marangasaul for te al president am lawon masal sa BL al kuka randra kagida la Bureau of Public Safety At the end of the day, it's a discretion of President of the Republic. So, niyal ako kome sa wasitegi del tletayla. So, implementer ngil have the different members ra blabulis, at tikal lieutenant, almo subi iral ngayate aliral kuk mo o rur taray kagi dali Bureau of Public Safety. Sige kita ko ra response to that concern na plan raised Mr. Ulutong.
Di last to director ganigil tegi dal case. So, ngel akti quite curious to know wasi ngkal cell ayang accelerant abadagal kal at tumilulur ngil wala ba karang ngarang ngkang migalo lulur ngil and esemlum ketek time ling cell doreng sa description o siyang kang aman mo ring mo dia matang
Sebenarnya kan petang atim de sebil no malas miles rasina pa tetele lagora taya. Terceral bote di milung rabu laga sori mong possible no para laga sori ba taya. Ida gura tadi milung rabu segi de ora di. Ida possible.
Marahong lamongil. Aldo matakman masaway kagidal. Aldo when ongoing investigation at jeopardize, imagine artiyang. Elatang artiyang ang mga niya transcript. Ang moria trial, ang mong. Ito ko lang yun mo witness mo siya. Kukura. Adirul mo mong rang. Nariya taya. Kiyang kura di katayan. That's why. That's why dia kadosa the ongoing investigation silang mo jeopardize artiyal.
Dia nga di ask a question and then may respond. Okay. Sige.
Dia kang man nga ika police matters under investigation.
Dahil lang nga hindi ka under investigation bilang so tingin mo jeopardize.
Okay. Ese last director. Kamra mention was ang nga house where the crime scene was committed. So, gangal am lang abla after setting mo se so sabi durur. Siyempre kami interval.
Yes, ngari apply mo. Ding da poco gul ultra di under investigation so.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Sulang.
Hello, Manet.
Sulang.
May ko comment last one.
Okay, last one.
Nakakari nga di mo ra tinakali person of interest. Person of interest ang nga rin ako ra. I understand kasi kada director protected team hindi ako nagtaman maya. Di for the interest of kukti iyang tinakakumla kum magiging ko sa tangarin at all times nga rin monitor tir nga rin ayaleng kum akale kadirektor na kami to kasi adra erta kumo yan lakamulta kartir that intel question dia ka adalo mi sektir min sabil mol tara mi sal ubeng ngarinya adalo mi sektir ngarinya ka surveillance to make sure safety of public safety of the individuals
Yan yung balungil hindi ka naging din kasi sa ngargil blay tinakal ngargil bulis sa dito surveillance every movement lang tinakal under surveillance letable kuk tumlak mong rakdi.
The couple of questions and more ministers here in case we run out of more minister Erbalaw this 2023 tara kuramal le kurakmal tokol doreng sa sing manep to kakodal ngara kor osnge mertegi del 2023 laigegi del gukmal kura tokol kakodal laringi ngara komesengil gira 2024 el kura mo ngara kor osnge gira 2024 kada mo mesera ang ngaral ka hospital am lama mal batokulungil equipment kum nga MRI kum nga scanner ngaral improvement sa to mesen mo happen alo ba kang malmol maldir ka nga training ko to mesen almaral merak
sulang ramalungil gere ile malungit tutar mapekla de happy holidays ang waise ako ato mesara statistics ra last year mel alir ang gurak medalo sisiu di mete la telat club se mo merek lalrak adi soal mamuduli ase kada gimongat mokra a report mal makatattal dirga kaltob dara a ministry of health, which is a health health statistics ma indicators. So hopefully in the elsela first quarter 2024 kita mo mesa talibel detail the report ra at ra kodal ma rol ma arakta sel burden of disease. Selguk questioner gal girela outlook ra next year. Oy kita mal ngaltangat le mal beto ka improvement sel bodo besar hospital kita na mesa tel parking lot tamaral ekdam start tra infrastructure madirek kalmom te equipment. Unfortunately hindi kadil ligayidil alone mo solve a issue specifically NCD. Abay gira dal mamutpok kanya malisi sel primary care. Sel kotel daw ra awgrul ma okobila arakta mang kung das it safe to say was it's gonna take a couple more years before we see some improvements ra akuk to ra ko dal low machine ra ko dal at time mahmal di NCDs mang unfortunately ang kada tilo ra COVID el time el bela mablul adroga dimlo albang ra COVID mangani agad kuk pebira urir at tokora maintenance ra adal ngani chronic diseases ertir el mlotelge bil madail masay ngani effect ring hindi do mesra a prevalence sa tlungel arakter al sela blue ma incidents ay gali disira adal al diagnosed ra bes al rakt engmal hindi ko maknit mang un makasangila da malisi cell gate cell primary care ma prevention while kad improve raw rule o nganya talgibel bolungil sa elgut maklira ug kadal mlamos mer malubong alal smer di ba klol kat magil rela del paluro gira o message cell prevention ma primary care makarada the kadalon basada lifestyle makarada o mesra talmaran mel besra kalgu ko mesegel sa edel modra klangarigi del mo prevent man dia kadwara arakta. Hindi specifically to your question, next year kadal almut talo mesra dio si trend while kada magyo gidel improve tokora ugrul hindi ba close to telel sa gidel was ado mesra ng ligay ang wangara trend ra ku kelder tit ado mesra tru ira kara madadal time yung wangara nga health status ra bulur belaw mong oy kada improve services hindi direct clo longit tel mara adara blur el time was to mesel al besrak e ku po the chance habit nga kapto ka giri kal mo wala nga yas ka mo o stop el marura al saklang nga hindi awriyo ramal mon sulang
Minister Mediclotal para follow up sa question kodome sa trend tome sula sa tirgal other legal statistics sa tirgal other belawol sugal nga 60% population mang telto la sa kadamalisi ara katulong sa primary care lo sa adan mo dakalbol si sa pertagidal tiang atol dirang saringira almost every month for the last how many years ngara actual plan malawang actual lurior ngara Ministry of Health for example kora more aggressive public awareness campaign ginela tokora NCD malubing ngegel causes ra NCD ngara what's a specific plan rather than sige del blon mol gorngil wasay podgarke klebodom daswa habit sergida ngara nganya ko ra plan sa al time mom daswal gel say
oy say hindi ka mal masulang ilay kung daswa ka al time ng bato ka existing program hindi gingara stage al gira malomes sa igel planning luasay makara bodolisi ay leng maral mlamo taligib itu tatto ra health education na modakal salvo to ka health messaging magi momot mok strategic plan lo mesa ay gidel ay gal community health center makara bodo to improve malsabiir adan mo access malaka dilo makal mer orior elak do direct lo mesra mo tetele la mo besel hospital makarabo the designers say kita mo maruring ildi watyang alwal rogul to ka di eludan mang adan de insebel decentralize a direct kaltara bebir kundas policy na makatmok kal mol nga sera gidra relet at to ra aging ma disability may gay le social assistance child raising subsidy ma sel mo podong utmok ngil alrak al informal magid sector ay gel tang atakal ko ra directly related din mora health hindi mo address sa baby gel social determinants of health at to ra income to ra housing at to ra education ay nga ni affect rin nila health mang kundas komeng oy workplace wellness ako ra ngora direct announce hindi at tara mo priority gidel al maral 2024 o mesra health ra workforce da kadil adra government tial workforce bela rogil wasem ngarabe bira programs sa mo implement tra workplace al mol nga sir adam at sabiir el maintain a health namotela ragele dito ngwal ko dito maklat ka masaud ongoroil hindi ke kumdas ng namode kalsal albodo alwabo dorura at mol alomasub sengra mal ngara programs el dagat mok leng close el impact ring mara trabalu sulang
ling ni ko ko trigiri kota nanya ko ram illa nanya nem illa Christmas band next ngara sele last year man makita ratio birth to death Nsiamlo ay sukasel aliring amo ang alas sagid. Is it going to be the same or different? Number 3, gidela medical misinformation. All more than one or other, all send the gidel mek malo meso sing mal dir to ka medical misinformation wa along dir katilo da sel hotel kengal strain ra omicron ra Singapore that's which is a hoax. Manufacture ring it trial centering. Ngani ako ra la ministry ko ra help ko ra inform public ay gid cellphone niyo ay gid. Na number several times this couple of months and asa send a Facebook message sa mga health scares.
I see.
It took me 2 seconds to fact check. Why? I don't know if they take my word for it. They might take the Ministry of Health's word better for it.
Diam sulang yung wakla sel blakot talgari makayamar hindi ka number sel gulap hindi since hindi mo dahil at teller club saying mo ka 2023 kuling ito sa Bascom until next week ikipa im send mo kami kura di snapshot ra ay gagid statistics ra birth ma deaths ra el alrak ikitong sel close rung report ra first quarter mo I'll get back to you on that sel ko kong erul girela misinformation aktil mo lumaklat ko sa Allah kalto para Ministry ra Health eng la adia kalmeratoy so gida nga ringi Epinet sel epidemiological network lomes sa rogul result tra lab ma kuk sources sa ma partners gida ra region ma Amerigel also mga niya threat ko mamutangin hindi also magi-monitoring yung la adia kalmeratoy or la adia boluul menggira the low digger at time and they give top the information so number 1 as Allah top the ministry ra health please fact check that's one thing ngaktal dir kam numerical masado la sengira we need to do a better job or selguk regular announcements hindi lakal bol sa bakandira adal ngaring ya surveillance protocol in place lo mesay gal ka karusel alrak tamang tilo ba sel kukwan ra ko ra aulat klat kalwa sa di sela case ra threat makobi ma flu amral morbab se kumdas na mo pekal ra kal expect lo se around the holiday season and the mo expect to say the trend hindi anything beyond that tagi monitor mo ay sa atrabulu so mga niya APS al-rak tamalubang rangkel nga at tarabalul sa ilmasoy sulang.
Di question nga mo ra Minister Obiang. Minister nito ra skogi. Kato ko ra a minister tmutu la ko ra mlawil ko ra o ti ko ra trend ra Air New Guinea. And we know was say November 23 ali palam ni start November dori ang iga. Si amal ko ra at this point ko ra miski da ko ra trend ra okay kay tablo airline was ko ra wala.
Sulay ikambe sega am katatal aldadakara igal kukurior skogi makulong seorgi del law aisel morabua ragel kuk moteletelel hindi ngaringi erut koy ako teng selomu legal omra raskogi ngaringi igel dedulwaseng inaccurate flight ang au ultimo mruringi til blol mla ngwa ungi low raskogi hindi sell after say ang kadamaral di mo tour agency ma ara adalo mage gaigal skogi ma Air New Guinea o motangalil sira lo mo uleng aklol o kya kang masara Australia ding tadirekal mekmer dara New Guinea e marko ngi tira di mo turok lay hindi mo klabel tirgel kuk merbelawe e maral di kada mage ko gidalo mo ringi direkal lo pantrira ar adara PBA ma ministry at batura kadamre nga sulil lang tirgeya aklol ngara lang artil magit tertial belu ma do meseng maray lending wal telgibel soro ay di sila okya kal maral mo au ulgo mo siga ay gal baby ra airline al mo mal ersen na ber mal ube ko dom ku ko ngil merbelaw Air New Guinea lang direkal komla narong siya president in the past regal press conference alwase kadirekam na lingi tertir alwase tamakarang mo help brigada o kya kal ngara siya bal di direct al merbelaw o musindel o kya kal ngara siya bal asori ra direct flight endi gel kuksko gira siya bar el anga sera dong do urtire to asagi dirka grok laikal al gombali airliner tira after covid gida Singapore selngara Singapore kambesa direkal al domes seringi dim nakadil sal okya kalangara al sila Singapore ang igel di neighboring countries seringi kudul mes seringi wasit yang direkal klol hapra Asia ngi ma Hong Kong mang aklaw ng ergid ma igel ko experience ergid ma kami wa direkal medal di sisiu kada ulamo ringi makada magego gidel moraya igero kul sabe edel introduce ringi girir trigel transit passengers wase tangara Europe tanga Amerikel tangara alsela a Asia ma oya to mesra trending ngaringi a growth and the kalangar sel dom dasuringil diwase lutel kael diwa ngaramong hindi moklor ngudeleng agro da ngaringi egidamel molmel aggressively to rolo bantriral malasamal or re da mal ubegada manglor se gidel grow the tel market now rua kida direkal lengal tangateleng ada borabola be el andi ada borakwam di sebe de yirmangal el morabola be kumulu lemay serang aramonga amatengi oy mang kada malas mal ngarinya tigingir el wase tamanga do urtir el direkal sebe el morarwa Hawaii ma kwam endi gida do mesa er nauru direkal ungir el mergid ayel meeting ang ngaringi arwa FSM arwa Marcial ma South Pacific na improve a connection or say adi igire del direkal lawro lobantri ra say kada magranye egida sabet al mastrira aygal ayel dom kadol wasengal la Malta reungela omrole laskogi el mertiang e moratarablu malubet momala okya kara bebira belul melger dara belur belaw yes sab edel mail mastri magardira kal malmol maloban tril wa se beside te gidel top der Australia al morarwa Nauru giribas se marjuro bolabe bela wel mutel rito ngarabe bir rablul medrir el sebe edel lo spertire source auta ar turist ayegi del belul me endindi moyor ku tirma aygi as civil aviation rayel belul was etokongera endi kita malmor maloro loban tiri rayga ngaringil te alle am kada moringi rokui lo was kada makrange mo sebe edel el mutel umliti al ngaul moklole teya dom dasulwasin teya ol tagara gay sa kita tourism industry.
Sa ulo minister.
Malmasole Mr. Soleragel questions regal la airlines the Waisel mula sa December 21st 2023 presidenta lara Australia nga promotion al la Nauru Airlines mang tiang blel organizer nga PBA mang mlo nga telel nga sel promoter tiagidil Nauru Airlines nga Australia marala gidil they calling it an island hopper. Dire kalmal seralme Nauru Airlines el me presenta Nauru lara airport Miss Palau monguluay sa tuloy sa moringa Miss pageant happening there in January. Tamla Miss Pacific. Tamla invite Miss Palama kumrang lo sing mo sabela Miss Palau mongara segi dial pageant January Miss Pacific. That's happening. So mo kampit lo tirigel kukngal kra pa pira ay galpelura taheyo al musigra mos mora Nauru Airlines among national there tira someday in January mang tiang ako ra direct in line with the gidal activities to celebrate the national day tir malmasaw
Kamo di last question sa nga kalmorte kal remaining ministers coming ang malwa mo de Dr. Del. Okay. Ako ra mara endra ra ke Dr. Del قول مراب إسرق راست العراق القرآن مكلوب تقع مكلوب plans قول نجيل لا change لا تقع education سأمل قاعد مسكير the quick overview لا say how are you in those plans and كدم لو كيرل كده نعرف كوسنج مل كيرل المرة.
Thank you, Lay. Well, you asked for a quick overview, and I'm going to talk far too long because I've been in education as an educator, not as a student, for over 49 years, and I don't think I've ever had a year such as this one, which would have been more fulfilling in what we've been able to accomplish. I look at it, we've come a long way as a stranger coming into the ministry and bumping along the way. I want to thank everybody in the ministry for being patient with me and for working so hard toward our common goal. And I feel very confident now that we have a very strong team from everybody involved in the ministry. Teachers, the staff, myself, and the members of the central office. And we all are working towards trying to improve in the education of our children. In doing so, we had to do a lot of changes. There were a lot of changes, as you know. I can run down a few of them just to let you know where we are, and thanks for the opportunity. The calendar change, it will be a revised calendar with the intercessions. The intercessions are coming to be an incredibly important part of the educational program, that we are now having wonderful educational opportunities for our kids. Right now, at this moment, we have 12 students who are learning to scuba dive as a part of our tourism and hospitality academy at the high school. That is now undergoing a major revision to where we'll be doing some memorandum of understanding and partnerships with the PVA and with the super ministry to bring more of these type of activities into that. So when our students graduate, they are ready to enter the workforce as members of the tourism industry. And that's an exciting new project that we're starting. So in every intersession now, we're going to be running students through different levels of diving instruction. And we've been in contact with all of the dive shops to partner with them so we can give as many students as possible this opportunity. The other is one which we won't see the results of for a few years, and that's the establishment of kindergarten. We now have over 100 students in our kindergarten. And I think we'll see as the years go by and as those students progress through the school, you're going to see a real change in our students' abilities and their achievements. The others are the ones which we implemented, which are the Accelerated Reader Program, the Be Able program. Those are fully functional. We're very grateful to PNCC for getting our internet capabilities up to where they need to be so that all of our schools are now fully able to interact all of the online services offered by those programs. We're not finished with it yet because we now are going to be entering the phase 2 of that, to where right now we're working with having the students reading, just reading. In the elementary grade, students have read over 2,000 books in the first semester of the school year, as opposed to probably 0 the year before. That's a huge increase, and it's a huge improvement. And as we now are able to, we'll be going through a lot of in-service in the month of January, to where the teachers are going to be shown how the computer, artificial intelligence is able to help them address individual student needs as they read their diagnosis without having to do a lot of work on their own. It'll be given to them. So that's a real plus, and I'm very excited about that. We also did implement our school-wide information system, which, as I'm sure you remember, caused a little bit of upheaval, but all the grades are working very nicely now. In fact, if you're a parent, you should already have received your child's second quarter report card. Those were finished the week after the grading period ended, and all of that is done electronically. So it's kept. Our records are now kept so that they're accessible, and we look forward to, as we implement this a little bit more fully, into opening up our parent portal to where the parents will be able to directly assess their children's grades at any time they want. So that's another big plus which we're working on. The others are, I really want to point out that as you all know, our schools are not the prettiest buildings in the world, and they are not the newest buildings in the world. But I want to really commend Director Maol for doing an incredible project over this past year of improving those schools. As you know, we have had a cafeteria condemned in Munes. That cafeteria is now in the process of being rebuilt, all of being done with funding through Japan, and it opened up the entire campus to an entire new way of looking at it. And adjacent to that, right now, we are going to also be covering their basketball court and volleyball court, so that the kids can use those even in rain. Those are major improvements have been done, and all of that is being done with outside funding. We're not using anything of our own budget on those. Air conditioning is another major issue we had that our students have been learning or trying to learn in very hot environments. I was very fortunate and had some principals who actually did some study and found out that the average temperature in our classrooms was ranging between 88 to 90 degrees during the school day. Tough to learn very, very well. So as of right now, during the intersession break, we are going to be installing air conditioning units. We completed Pelalu's cafeteria on Saturday, and we'll be working on 3 more schools before the end of the intersession, and that'll be Ngarlong, Ngartmao, and Ngarad, which will all be having all of their classrooms air conditioned prior to re-entering school in January. That's our goal. And that'll be, I think, a real improvement, both not only for the teachers, but more importantly for the kids, so they'll be able to be comfortable during their learning environment. We've been replacing, which aren't really visible, but roofing in, let me see, the schools of Munes, Karor Elementary School, the high school, IRI and George B. Harris, and those projects are now completed, so we won't have to be having buckets on the floor during the rains. So we're stopping the rain out that side where it belongs. And that is just step one. The next thing we're doing is we're also improving the window units. Then that'll prepare those rooms that they can then be air conditioned. Right now we have schools with louvers from probably my birth date, which is old, and in fact only go halfway up the window. So we wondered why they got wet when it rained, and it was the rain was coming in because there were no windows there. So we'll be replacing those, and as soon as we get that done, we're going to be able to do air conditioning on that. All of that is being done with local funding, but it was built into our budget, which was approved by the OEK. We have there's a new cafeteria going up, solar power projects at the high school and at Karor Elementary School to reduce our power load, and of course the new air conditioning units. So those are all things which have been done, and I really want to point out that Director Maol has done an incredible job of not only engineering the projects and working with the Capital Improvement Project group, but he's been going out and actually getting the funding brought in through mostly from Japan and Taiwan. We just recently received from the gift of Korea computers, which are now placed in the high school, and all of the 8th grade now have new laptops to be able to work on their reading programs. They're designed especially for internet access. There is so much else going on. The one thing which is really exciting, as I mentioned in the intercession programs, we are going to be engaging with the Nautilus program, which was here last October. They've invited us to have our students and faculty to apply for fellowships and scholarships to be in that boat. They'll be returning, we believe, in October. So we're going to be developing our curriculum to be integrated with that as we try and take our academies at the high school to be more amenable to getting students prepared for whatever futures they want to hold on. I hope some of you were able to have seen the Mamma Mia project that the high school students put on. Wonderful musical. And it really brought home to me how badly we've neglected the fine arts. And so that's another issue that we are going to be trying to be addressing in the future. We have wonderful students, talented in music and in drawing and in dance and in all areas of the arts, and they're doing it all on their own, and their rehearsal facilities are something you have to see to believe, but they make do with very little, and I want to thank the kids for displaying their talent, the parents for patience, for the rehearsals, and for the teacher who's working hard to get them to where they want to do. They produced all of the music, all of the dance, and all the songs on their own, as well as all the backdrops. And it's a wonderful evening, and we're trying to talk them into doing another one in the spring, but we'll see how that's a lot of work. But those are some of the things, and I just tell you, I'm just happy to be a part of it, and I thank everybody for their opportunity and for carrying on when I was not functioning at full speed. And it's been a great experience for me and for everybody at the ministry. So thank you, Len.
Just a quick follow-up. You mentioned solar power. You're basically turning all the schools' classrooms into air conditioning, into air-conditioned space.
Right.
Is that all electrical, or general coming off the national grid, or do you have solar for that?
The high school and Karor Elementary School have solar power, but we're all on the grid. All of the solar power is on the grid. We don't have the battery capabilities yet, but right now, no, it is going to increase our utilities cost, but there's just no way around it. We cannot keep our kids operating in substandard facilities, so we'll have to deal with it and find ways of supplementing it with more solar power or other alternative power sources.
I'll ask the question of my Minister Aitaro, and then you guys can have the mic. Minister ay taro, malukan na ito ka umala na Presidente Arakap ito ka ko na Maclol Regional, international events lama company na President. Recently, tim legalom tera President al punto kalom tera Ablo Belal Morsel signing ra Interpol ra Geneva. Ngara ko na cell membership pergi da Interpol what does it mean? Ngara mal impact rin mergi. Say they can come that that's a little bit.
Maram saulele tete al. Mau subesa kladi bol di mo dura kalbek mo press conference lang kakalas mo. Bodi mo kadibal ta. Di mal na yung sele question ra Mr. Kasole ma Mr. Ludo makamil gira Interpol. Sa Interpol malclor advantage mira blur belaw. Provide assurance ma confidence ra investors mer belaw. Mar visitors mer belaw. Di ko shoot time mal good news ra po. We had to deliver our statement before they vote. Nga kamal ko maulugo masit tiang adobong maktuling it mura na rumen ya to tigeterul ya president ng Interpol adra Dubai ma Minister Interior Austria. May congratulate Belaw because one regel below 98.5% support the Tial Assembly itself. Ya Interpol ang mataktal soril mo available member because of our strategic site. Kita nga nga Asia behind us, West ang abitar kita. The first thing they did sir bok brother Merbelaw etiagid sel one regular question ra tikater ruba girela how do we build a confidence ra other Merbelaw tumla contact ra other finance director of customs girela facial recognition so say mo help prevent them at the other borders sel once the blabo the member kad mo connected aga rogul Interpol offices ra Pacific that are members RMI, FSM, Fiji tianga dodangal tanga teringiling setal mo the member and sebel nur FSM aluat care the belaw tanong the immigration masing kataang but still they can prevent o igagid crime mga alsel belaw lengguk other member lang ada mo niya ka kita dronglit to malya but we are going to prevent the tigel unwanted visitors of belaw. So, Interpol ako totally important. Those yung time ako to support the programs again. They actually agreed masimonia officer Interpol or Belaw. So, nandito nila Minister of Finance, National Security Coordinator, how do they work? Nga ka mo report mo, masentang mo ngaral. So, malbot to kanya sul lamangay. Again, of course, ako na company president mo Cook Islands for the PIF. Of course, na report kami press. Ding importance of regional cooperation at the partnership. Recently, Vice President tamle host tele-joint head of police conference of Belaw. Kamama, nga ka turingin mo other PIF masim na murgeda logisitiang. Sige, agya part help gidra regional security in terms of gagidil do sa other at tutaw. Kita acting director of the police. So, to yung mga messaging ekamam tadi kami submit adra Belaw mo member a World Customs Organization. That's another positive girela confidence mas security investors adadal okyag gida mer Belaw. Segida bagot to try prevent before they come in. Give the confidence other Belaw mas we have partners outside the direkan mangkar gid help gid. So most legal organizations about the member have all sorry help, which is the reason why kadam seek a membership. One radical good news why say Mr. Kasole kama Mr. Swala daw El Almirag it's going to be the 30th anniversary of as an independent country. Mangot to activities lang nganya gel belul blood established relations sa gidlo 30 years. Siabal, Australia, US of course, FSM, ang mutirka ka, so real may participate in real events in Girel Belaw for the whole year. Di ini sila gimit, plamo mo din mas 12 months sa mga songs. 10 months actually, January to. Ler ada tika so real showcase, agil ko, good partnership kita terir. So 1 month ang song sa bro. Within that 30 years, in namo so mom de other minister state mo showcase as how many countries have not established diplomatic relations with. Dahil ang dekal diblo ko sa mo kayong seora international forum ay kaya kita baby lang so mo tikal colleagues na minister sa ulmak blo mga dura siyabal support tekal project proposals at team mo sa pila funding ng mertir. Like kita important do mo right clear belaw lo sika kaya summer at belaw. Base sa kaya kita proposal maka kaya kita instructions or colleagues or mga presidente eko todo mo si Makmal di mereka sule mele masya I think tilal 2024 Cook Minister State is a positive outlook. It's our 30th anniversary as an independent country. But to ka mawrem namrul girel blada tagtiya blur bela up to 30 years next year mal di mereka suli mal di olita other bela masya that 2024 mal significant year mergi other bela rogoy magdamal olita abud makataring ka ingsew. Kami sila tika kita adal mlamin malgol mas we can't wait till mo celebrate the belaw 30 years ambassadors nga huliping but tika lameng adoril or maybe more mga siyabal they could go anywhere to celebrate the huliping din sorry mer belaw may mga limar gid mo kamama dire kan mal albagra klon ngara al merel ang maktika mal mo ngitra kora kaloring republic alame se gid klon se gid baklolo marahil umram sula.
So tingin ko question ito po sila favorite part ng agenda birthdays to renga sulit lagi dalau dia governmental lo tanjabiral al sales ekom makot mingitak la after mga birthdays elangan nga Laylin Recline nga Ministry of Health and Human Services nga nursing nga Lamar Inasio Ministry of Finance Customs nga Hussein Derbay nga Financial Intelligence Unit. Dira ka nga niya Valerie Tigay Sabal nga Financial Institutions Commission. Dira ka nga niya Kayla Marebel nga tel office ra president. Yay, Kayla. Dira ka nga niya Telal Kikoe Rosendo nga Ministry of Justice PPS Patrol. And then, dira ka maltokobet sa happy birthday mo ra legislator, floor leader, Mayor Nabayaman nga Rakoro State Legislature. PFF nga makman ng letan jobi nga. Dira ka tokobet sa letan jobi, almurang kagidali Miss Leilani Turong Raklay. Yay! And Kambes! Oh my gosh, kuminti kami terong. Okay, tegi kan more kami terong, Mr. Kambes Kasolay. Tigal nga na media, marko to nyitakla. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear government employees, Lay and Kambes. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, and many more. Okay. That will remain a secret. Malmasaw lokong ratel mo last press conference el ara. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Malmasaw kaya po nakasawesra next year. Mada segi de rupa kaldes lo makaltanga targi de rokoy sa lolo sa bakar gi de ma tial merak.